I didn't come from any kind of a stable, predictable environment.
I love the wind and the rain in my face.
My life and my people all came from the highway.
I love a freight train.
Sometimes there's more highway than you really need. Something kind of catches your eye.
Oh, so heartland.
Some woman.
Badland.
Some guitar.
Great plane.
The songwriter is a potential time bomb because
a dress for me.
He can roll in shirt sleeves, sleeping in a dumpster.
I just ain't got
Throw a song out there and 6 weeks later they're writing him huge checks.
No responsibility.
I came here because it's a guitar mecca. If you don't carry one of these, someone will say, well, play me something. In garages, back of truck stops, and cafes. I remember the first time that I realized I could pick up $5, and that dramatically changes how you think, you know.
If you want to know who Danny is, listen to the lyrics of his songs. His songs are different than most hit country songs or whatever type of music we want to call this, Americana, whatever. Still, one of my favorite things that I've ever done is record his projects because it's so honest. Not necessarily the technical, boy, yeah, we can do this, we can make explosions, we can do all that. Who cares? I'd rather hear the story come from the storyteller.
Well, you can see him anywhere you go, laying where the concrete's cold and you're warm. If he always looked that way. It was in the 50s. A hobo was still very common.
Wonder where he'd go to die and how he's to stay alive.
The one thing in my past to fill a hole would be the helplessness of poverty.
Don't you know you're looking at somebody's dad?
We hold each other accountable. There ain't a whole bunch to what we say, but a great deal to what we do. My poetry, my songs are good for the day, not much more, but my behavior is going to be written in stone. I have the two greatest gifts. I have life and free will. I have good close friends who don't believe there's a God, and I allow them that.
Why do
You look into the eyes of a baby, that's as close as you'll probably get to God. I ended up carrying a baby through the bomb crater at the Hanoi airport. And I remember when we got into the air, the monsoon blew the airplane onto its tail, so we were in the wind. And the airplane was being thrown around. And Fong Tao, this child, was screaming at the top of her lungs. Changed my life, that moment and that child.
Let's go home.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Darst.
Our next guest is songwriter, poet, playwright, actor, and master storyteller, Danny Darst.
Said I was born out alongside of the highway 99.
Danny has 9 top 5 singles, including 2 #1 hit records, Black Sheep of the Family by John Anderson and Roll On Big Mama by Joe Stampley. He has recently released the album soundtrack, Danny Darst Songs from Exit 10, The Play.
He is a son of a son of the Dust Bowl.
So I set about the winter of '83 or '4 writing the play now known as Exit 10. Sort of like laying in bed at 3 a.m. looking over a good woman you can't hang on to no more. She hears you leaving, but she pretends she's asleep. I love women. Certainly I have a romantic idea of women.
He wouldn't let me wear pantyhose. I had to buy straight nylons. He put the top down on the car and drive along with his left hand on the wheel and his right hand in between my legs.
Do you really want to send her out there?
Most of the time, we had so much fun.
On a high-heeled stroll. The big door opened on the side of the Greyhound bus. Mama stepped over the last button, probably between her and freedom. I remember my mother. I was a child. A young man learns by falling on his ass. I remember my father. The only time he's apt to take any advice is wild when he's laying there bleeding. He battered her, he shattered her. God rest her soul. You might get the message right on the spot. Pack it all up and take a high-heeled stroll. You might not get the message for 20 years. Hell, he might never get the message. The intellect is a beautiful thing because it's a partner to the passion. I mean, this is just from Plato, it's not my idea. The thing I love the most about writing is the part we don't know what it is. The mystery in something is fascinating to me. Said Jimmy left that John Deere tractor standing out in the field. Motor still running, mud all over the wheels. He stepped out in the two-lane, rolled himself a smoke. What does a song feel like when you're finished? You know, right there, I feel like I've really been let in on something. Along come a semi with a heavy load, laying her down between the telephone poles. She pulled over. It's almost like stealing cookies out of Grandma's cookie jar. You know how that feels? Yeah. Beasting through the roar of the diesel, the driver said, "Son, get in or get out. I got a road to run." He climbed up high on the get in there and set that lid down real quiet and sneak on out the back, you know. It's similar to that. And the farm boy gave his soul to the highway. Most musicians aren't going to quit music. You know, if somebody can drag this guitar over to me, I'll keep going.